What a hero.
We seem to be making a habit of saving each other.
Thanks. I'm glad you're okay. Is that the way through?
Yes. There'll be more of them inside. You don't have to do this.
Can't get rid of me so easily. I still need some answers.
And there's no time to waste.
No time at all.
This path will take us all the way through the mountain. My people used these ways until the Soviets arrived and began digging.
What did they find down here?
Enough to make them curious.
So as you can see, the exit is collapses down. Sorry, we've moved so far away from Jacob.
Damage. Many of the old paths collapsed, but it's safe now. Come on. You better. Or it used to be.
That doesn't sound good.
Trinity must have found the old mining equipment. They're trying to finish what the Soviets started.
And there's no other way through.
I'm afraid not. Not anymore. This complicates things.
Alright, Jacob. I hope you're right about this. Shh, shh.
They're gonna bring the whole place down.
The Soviets destroyed much of the old paths. Those machines were not built for delicate work.
We'll have to sneak past them.
Yes, but we have to hurry. If they collapse the tunnel, we'll be trapped in here.
I love how massively the graphics and lighting change just here because it's a cutscene. Oh my god, and we're in a running section. Look how beautiful this game is. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. This was the moment where I was like, they have created something absolutely the best thing I think I've ever seen. Oh my god, Lara, just don't die, please. Oh, I wanted to go to the right. Yes, thank you. I love how they did that little double bluff there. Oh, I wanted to save Jacob. I didn't ask for any of this. Seriously, how gorgeous is that? You could just rewatch that sequence over and over and over again and just not stop to be shocked by it. Oh.
Jacob, are you there? Can you hear me?
No response.
This is bad.
The elevator working. Gotta be a way out up there.
Hold on. I think I can. Okay. I can get power to that console.
No, we're not getting back the way we came. Now we gotta fix that lift.
I know. Just let me try something here.
Oh god, try what, bro?
Damn it. The elevator's jammed. Track looks rusted through. Okay, spread out. Find something to pry it loose.
Oh, no, don't spread out, don't spread out. Okay, what I want to do in this sequence here is I want to stealth kill that guy and I want to create a trap on his body. And I want to hope that someone else is going to investigate it. Which is going to have to... It's going to be quite difficult to try. But we're going to go for it, okay? So, he currently doesn't see us. So let's kill him, alright? Okay, alright, here we go. So now we're going to create a trap on his body. Alright, now... No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I need something to throw. I need like a... maybe I should just fire an arrow? Whiz it past his head and he'll get freaked out? Let's go all the way back here then. Alright. But he's probably just gonna see us. Well, okay, let's try it this way. Here we go. This is gonna be it. Come on, bro. No, wrong way. Yeah, see, look, he's going to go to where the arrow landed. Like a dipshit. Bro. Oh, this is so stupid. I really want this to work. But yeah, as I was saying, that was so action-packed. Welcome to the next area of the game, guys. This is no longer the Soviet installation. We're now in the mines. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah! Yeah! Oh no, we killed us all!
Jacob, are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh god, I can't believe it.
This is bad.
Alright, let's just pop them. You ready? So we just gotta go survival instincts and kill the guys who are not red. So that guy. Come on, stop moving. See, he has a helmet. I think he's one of our first helmeted friends. Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to brute force him. Okay, hold on. Fine. He's down. Okay, good. When in doubt,
Got to try that control panel.
use the pistol. Oh, that would have been so good if we'd managed to do that successfully. Oh, well. Alright, so what have we got? The body salute, and now the control panel. Which they themselves weren't too sure of. And for apparently good reason.
Now what?
Well, we got to get out, Lara. Jacob led us into this death trap. Christ knows how we're going to escape from it. And once again, we're separated from the dude. So yeah, just to be clear, let's check out the map here, all right? Soviet installation, okay? And of course, we've got Baba Yaga and stuff that got triggered there. And now we've gone through to the other side. We're now at the abandoned mines. And if you have a look, breathe a sigh of relief, there's far less going on here in the abandoned mines. You've got 2 strong boxes, relic, 5 documents, a single mural, and 3 of each type of cache. That's it, all right? Even though on the map, it seems to take up a lot, you know, comparable amount of distance, in truth, it's a smaller area. And it's a much more linear area. It's kind of like we've gone back into the ice cave place. All right, so what we're going to do now... Oh, my God, the red on that looks so good. We're going to push this. We're going to climb our way up. I'm starting to get kind of scared of the game crashing. But we've been good so far.
This should come in handy.
And guess what they do the second you finish the Soviet installation? You get the knife. So the knife allows you to cut ropes. Now that we've got this, they've just incentivized us to return to the Soviet installation because there were several things we could do, like the challenge that we needed the knife for at the installation. So you cannot 100% on your first time through, even if you have those kinds of lofty dreams. There are flags right up into the section we just completed where I was looking for the posters. So you're going to be going back. So again, you don't have to worry too much. And they'll do that again. The next time we find a big area like the Soviet installation, it's going to be filled to the brim with stuff we can't do yet because we don't have the right gear. So that's kind of the way that the game works, and that's the way I'm going to play it for you guys in a second too. Here we go. So you want to cut this down. Oh, Matt, boy, I would love to see the Soviet guys try to do what we're about to do. But we have to sort of monkey our way up without really using the lift at all. Over here. Again, I can't help but say I miss being able to, you know, hold shift or whatever to just be able to move faster. It really spiced up a lot of these sequences in the previous generation that this game, it just feels really slow sometimes. Hate to be a party pooper.
At your earliest convenience, please acknowledge these communiques. We have received no directive since the discovery of the ruins. Examination of the artifacts and scrolls recovered from the site continue. As impossible as it may seem, it appears we may have discovered the ruins of the legendary city of Kitesh. There are also numerous references to some kind of messianic figure. If I'm interpreting the texts correctly, he was a prophet who fled Byzantium sometime in the 10th century. The inscriptions say he carried with him an artifact of great power. For the time being, I have suspended normal mining operations. It is my intent to discover the truth behind this mysterious prophet.
All right. He mentions artifacts as well as the natives, Jacob's people. So noble efforts from the Soviet power. And I guess we can move on. Oh, there we go. We just got level 3 Russian as well. Excellent. Good job, Lara. Which is probably, again, something we needed back in the Soviet installation to read some of these monoliths.
Could this be part of the lost city?
Just look at this. Look at how cool this is. It's forcing me to walk here as well. Oh, I guess we'll keep going. Look at how we break in and boom. It's suddenly beautiful. It's like we're in the city now. There's coins. You always know that you've got... It's something to do with Katesh every time you see Byzantium-related stuff like these coins.
We now have heavy equipment in place within the main cavern. We intend to gain access to some kind of temple, even if we have to rip down its ancient doors to do so. While hundreds of artifacts have now been recovered and catalogued, 2 guard crews have gone missing in the mines. I have personally questioned the native prisoners. They claim to have no knowledge of the whereabouts of the missing guards. And though we've punished them harshly, I fear they're on the verge of revolt.
Well, we know how that's basically going to go, right? So with the year's 1970, the Soviets lowered huge machines down into the cave. It's not exactly subtle methods. She already called their excavation attempts amateur. And so here, check it out. This is a trap. We actually saw one of these ages ago, back in Syria, at the start of the game. But you had to fall down it. And I pointed out at the time, I was like, oh, it's kind of weird that this is here. So now we get to flex our muscles with our new survival instincts. Traps appear in red. We know we can jump over. We're perfectly fine. And yes, it's a spike pit.
Too close.
It wasn't close at all, Lara. We're fine. And so there you go.
This mural shows the prophet preaching in Constantinople.
So they were in Constantinople. The game's going to do something really cool as well later on when you find out. Like, you remember the scrolls of the hunter that was chasing the prophet across the lands? The hunter just seems like a dick right now, right? But you're going to find out later why maybe he was doing that. That's very, very exciting. So just remember this, that the prophet did used to preach in Constantinople. And then, of course, at the start of the game, when we started hearing what the hunter was doing, he'd been attacked by a ton of people and was fleeing.
Separated again. I just hope Jacob's still alive. I don't know exactly where I am. That's rapidly becoming the story of my life. I'm fighting to survive, yet strangely, I feel hopeful. There are incredible ruins all around me. This must be part of the Prophet's lost city. But how much more is true? The divine source. Could it really be here?
Alright, listen, I'm going to be a dickhead now. I'm going to be a bit of a wanker. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of her campfire speeches. I feel like they're just a little bit slow, or it was so much more interesting in the previous game because she had a lot of characters to talk about. What are the characters she has to talk about in this game? Jonah, who's missing, and she's not spared a single thought to, by the way, which we'll get back to later, and Jacob. That's basically it. In the previous game, she had a lot to wonder about. She had so many other characters around her. She had, it felt like a life or death situation. She'd just been thrown into it. She's willingly here in this game. And she just asks questions we've already been asking ourselves. And she speaks slowly as well. I don't know whether it's a writing issue or a delivery issue. Whatever. And they're not the worst thing in the world, but I do find myself when these camp speeches, as the further the game goes along, I find myself thinking, all right, come on, is there going to be another line? And then there is, and then there's another line. But yeah. All right, skill points. Let's stick with Brawler just for a bit longer. Let's learn how to incapacitate unarmored enemies while dodging with a well-timed press of the F button. So that's when you press C and then you press F to smash back at them very, very quickly. So we can go with that. And then we didn't get anywhere near enough stuff to get another upgrade, which is really curious to me. Can't fast travel right now either. No matter how much you might want to go back to the Soviet installation, you can't. Even though they've given you this stuff that will help you out. Which is pretty curious. But don't forget, obviously, the point of the story right now is we're stuck here. So, of course, we shouldn't be able to just fast travel back. That's not fair, really.
These ruins are incredible. Oh, no.
Looks like Anna was right about the lost city. The source has to be somewhere down here.
Now this wall looks like it was put up in a hurry. I can feel air coming through from the other side. I'm gonna see if I can break through. What's the plan on the way out? Here.
We just tried a few minutes ago. No one on the other end but Stan.
Show yourself.
Oh, what? Oh, that is such crap. All right, we'll try a smoke grenade. So as the game just demonstrated, now we can create smoke grenades too. And people won't necessarily know how to find us or what's going on. We can attack them in the smog. I was a bit annoyed as well because the dialogue was showing on the subtitles, but we couldn't actually hear it. That's why it's important in games like this to put subtitles on. Oh my god, come on. How are you managing to shoot me through there? He just threw a grenade at us as well. Behold the magic grenades, guys, that will... Like, for example, if I stand here, I can almost guarantee a grenade will end up landing at our feet. Like, right around the corners that they can throw these down things at us. Oh my god, we need the machine gun. I'm going to die if I'm not careful. Oh, we got that guy just in time. Okay. Need to heal. We got lots of herbs and cloth. It's fine. Let's get the machine gun going.
Covering fire.
Whew. My god. Alright, yeah, I don't think we played that bit just quite right. I think you're supposed to use the smoke grenade to do something. I was more distracted, though. I didn't even want to go into that sequence there. I was more distracted with this. This is a total cop-out, alright? The sun is there. What do you mean we're dug super deep underground and, you know, we've just managed to... Look at that! If they've got helicopters, they didn't need to follow this direction. But hey, also, look at that. Jesus, what was going on there? I guess we'll find out more of that in a second, eh, guys? Alright. Is this entire area clear now? Should we do more crafty explosives? I don't think so. There's actually a surprising amount of, like, little caches and things where we're stood right now, by the way, guys. But you just can't get them until you found some backpacks and stuff. But yeah. Alright, what's this say?
Comrades, it is imperative that you respond to my communiques. We are now in dire need of supplies and reinforcements. A full revolt is in progress, and the prisoners now control the excavation site and surrounding facilities. In retribution, I have ordered mass executions of prisoners from the native population. With any luck, these rebels will lay down their arms and surrender to save their own country.
So you see here that they captured the natives and had them doing this work for them, even though they didn't want to, no matter they were going to... It was so obvious they were going to revolt in the end. Not only the fact that he's now ordering mass executions. The people of the valley revolted, but the Soviets only ground their boots down harder. Well, you can think that, Lara, but I mean, I think the evidence is that whatever happened here in the 70s did not end well for the Soviets, as they're nowhere in sight. It doesn't seem like they certainly got access to any mythical, crazy, divine source power thing, does it? Well. Alright, that looks pretty clear. This looks like some kind of setup for a battle. That may indeed already have been where we were. Right. Well, here we get a strongbox, and now we're in a new area. You might be surprised at things you get in the strongbox. There's one thing we were building from strongboxes before. Oh, there we go. We get a crafting tool. Tools unlock new tiers of weapon upgrades for all weapons. Upgrade weapons at base camps. Alright, so just so that you understand how this works, you can buy one of these with Byzantine coins as well. I'm going to go back to the camp, but essentially, what you've seen so far in the game is when we go to upgrade weapons, there were tier 1 upgrades and there were tier 2 upgrades, and I think that's all there was. When it came to skill points, there were a lot more tiers. But when you get a crafting tool, it makes it even deeper. So now if you look at weapons, all right, let's go bow, since we were just talking about bow. Let's go compound bow. So now you'll see there's a tier 4 as well. I don't believe we could have seen this before. I thought you unlocked this at a different place, but hey, that's fine. All right, we'll get a wax string as well. We'll get another upgrade for the bow, since we do seem to be using it quite a lot. Oh my god, and we can get another one? All right, fine. We'll get a trigger release, a custom release, makes holding fully drawn string much easier, increasing hold time, which we don't care about. And adjusted limbs, a refined set of limbs allow for more draw tension for increased damage with each shot. So here you see the compound bow has massive amounts of damage on it now, massive amounts. And in fact, let's change it as well. All right, so we got the compound bow from the Soviet installation. We also have the DLC that gives us the alternate skin. The alternate skin is called Death's Breath, a powerful modern bow with a custom carbon fiber patterning. So there you go. And we got Death's Breath. We'll use that for a little bit. Now, the other bow we were crafting at the Soviet installation was this. The ancient bow, Grim Whisper. Don't worry, you can't complete that on your first time through. Remember, we got 2 parts of this from different crypts. Well, we need to find crypts in other areas of the world before we can finish Grim Whisper. So even though we don't have 100% back there right now, because we couldn't have in the first place, it doesn't matter. We wouldn't have had that bow just yet. Which is kind of cool. It means the ancient bow, I suppose, is sort of like a higher tier than the other bows we had. It's sort of like... Which is kind of cool, because it sort of means the ancient bow is kind of a higher tier than the compound bow. You know, the modern one. Which probably makes no sense to any modern-day archery enthusiasts. But hey.
It is clear to me now that our communications have been sabotaged. You likely have received none of my cables for quite some time. But I will continue transmitting, as it is my duty. Local natives attacked us on multiple fronts soon after we attempted to sway them with the executions of their countrymen. There are far more natives than we ever anticipated. It is clear that they come from the other side of the mountain and have been preparing their revolt carefully for years. We are now without power and water, and winter is upon us. Those of us who remain will soon be leaving. We have one train transport that we will take with us as many records and artifacts as we can.
This is a huge swing that we get this document now. A huge swing. Well, a second ago, there seemed to be no issues. And they were mass executing. Well, there were issues. There were revolts and things. But they were mass executing them. All of a sudden, he's now like, oh my god, yeah, none of my messages have even been getting through. By the 12th of December in 1970, they were saying they were leaving. The last of them were running off. The natives won. Because they were underestimated. That's a bit of a thing for Lara as well, I guess, as we go through. I'm actually seeing quite a lot of stuff lately where that is a big thing. Alright, why have we got a barrel there? I was sure there's something more going on. Still no sign of the challenge for this area right now. And also, I was sure that you could climb up one of those, but maybe it's later we do that. Let's just follow our way. Let's just get to the other side of the room, shall we? Because clearly everything wants us to do that. And look, the Soviets have even been nice enough to set up a cool cable for us. So let's move. Nevermore have I been happy we bought the rope ascender first.
Someone tried to get through this door before.
Someone. So this is the result of whatever was going on in the 70s. This isn't Trinity that set this up. This is the Soviets' cack-handed, amateurish, whatever, attempts to get through the door. And, well, we want to get through the door too. This reminds me a lot of one of the levels in Tomb Raider Legend, where you're in England, if you guys remember. You get attacked by a kraken outside of, like, a big room. Reminds me so much of that.
I can use these other cables to rip open the door.
But so Lara thinks we should just follow their plan, which I guess is an idea? This looks very safe, Lara. Sure. Oh my god. Oh dear. Just move along. We should have changed our outfit as well. Anybody gonna fight me? No? Alright. Well, let's push this off. Not only does that vehicle seem like it's teetering over the edge, this entire platform is teetering over the edge. This is not functioning as a bridge in any way anymore. Okay, and now let's connect that to the front of the truck. And do our best.
The truck's anchored to that door.
Yeah, I see, love.
It might be heavy enough to rip it open.
Oh, hold on. We're just moving this, and then what? We want to kick the truck off? Because if we kick the truck off, it's connected to the door, and then, yeah. Well, so let's see. So all this weight of this cart was a counterbalance to it? Lara? Is that the idea? Oh, no, we want to cut it. So we want to use the knife now. Here we go. Jesus Christ! Lara! Oh, such ridiculous amounts of destruction. Look how thin that is as well. Oh my god. Do you not see the danger in any of this? You know, all these rocks around us. You don't think that this is at all a problem? Okay. And now we move back around. You guys might be surprised that there's actually a pretty comfortable route back to where we were a second ago. I think this area is really annoying because I think by the time you find out where the caches are, it essentially forces you to re-explore the entire damn zone. Oh, there's some coins. Jump over those. Oh, mushrooms, sorry. What a world we live in. Oh dear! Such that mushrooms look like coins. Alright, I think it's machine gun time here. Oh, we already picked up a couple of the things we could have used here. Well, it's given us machine gun ammo, so I think that's suggestive of at least one thing. Oh my god, that guy is taking a beating. I could have been screaming dance at him. Dance, dance! And he actually would have done it for me. Anyone else? Oh god, they're gassing out. Well, when in doubt, spray and pray. We only have 3 bullets left on that. Let's swap to the pistol. Oh, that was a headshot. I'm sure that was a headshot. We got that guy in one. All right. When in doubt, explosives. Oh, God, they're explosives. Oh! Whew, we need to change our pistol. This one shoots far too slowly. I do think it's a bit of a shame. When you get the suppressor, all the pistols end up looking really similar, even though they're obviously not, but at a glance, because so much of, you know, the makeup of the pistol becomes in the suppressor. Oh, well, we got a cache here. At least we remember to do this one. There we go. Look at all the bodies, seriously. Each one of these people had a family, guys. Had friends, had dreams, had ambitions. And look at what we have done. Just terrible. Speaking of caches.
Now this makes sense. If I follow these directions...
We get some coin caches. Yay! Cool. So let's see if we can grab some of these that we may have already missed. Well, that one seems to be over... Oh, come on. Where? Let's press Survival Instincts again. That seems to be the way we want to go. We'll do it later. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Oh, God. Lara. Yep, that was a spike pit down there. No worries. We'll be perfectly okay. Look how shiny these balls are. Oh. More coin shrooms for us there.
Gold sword hilt inlaid with jewels. This belonged to a Byzantine noble. The blade itself was snapped off at the base. Did this happen in battle?
Who knows? I mean, the gold stuff never really... There is a gold thing we'll find later that looks really, really, really awesome. But, I mean, having a gold sword... Maybe it's just because this is old and rusted, but also knowing the properties of gold is very malleable and soft and easy to blunt. Somehow I don't feel like having a gold sword is too exciting. And this hilt... just sort of solidifies that for me. You get what I mean? Solidifies. Oh, God. All right, here we do get like a sneaky choice, I think, if you go... It wants you to go up there, but there's a trap here and a couple of caches too. That there. There we go. See, I remember this. I remember there's a trap there. Not a relic, but a backpack. That's fine. Figure out where these survival shack things are, and it's reminding us here, by the way, that we can buy stuff from the coin shop back in the Soviet installation, because we've just so happened to have got that many coins, and we'll do that as soon as we possibly can. I'll say, actually. All right. So far seems so good. Another trap ahead of us. A little sneaky ledge here, hidden up in the dark.
To any who received this message, I will soon be dead, and with me all knowledge of this place. Escape for us was never an option. We boarded the train and set out for the long journey, only to discover that mere miles from the mountain, the tracks we built upon the backs of so many dead had simply disappeared. For months now, the native population has carefully dismantled the railroad, intentionally isolating this place in preparation for their attacks. And like their precious ruins, I will soon be taken by the snows and forgotten.
Man, I will soon be taken by the snows and forgotten. And I like this because it shows how immaculately everyone did forget about these guys. Everyone did cease to think about them or what they were doing. It was a shock when we got here that they'd been here at all. And presumably Lara had been doing her research on the area. These people came, they were destroyed, and they were silenced beneath the muffling snow. Very cool. All right, let's do the jump. Let's do the do. Because what's quite interesting about that one is you actually want to climb up out of there. There's no cache or anything. And... what do you know? Oh, hold on. Have we been here before? Oh, God. Yeah. This is the base camp around here, right? How did we just get experience? How did we just get experience? Oh, I don't believe it. All right, hold on. Let's use our bow here. Oh, we do have a bunch more machine gun ammo. But I kind of want to show off a bit more of the poison here. Alright, there we go. Let's kill that one guy at least. Let's heal up. Where did we just get shot from? That was crazy. Oh, up there! Wow! Alright, let's flush him out. Oh, that looked... What? What? Let's watch that again. Hold on. Did a guy just get killed by poison and then his body fly into the air? Is that the encounter over as well? Are you crazy? All right, an ancient coin cache is nearby. Yes, we know. Don't worry. There you go. 7 Byzantine coins from that one. And what do you know? That's right next to where we entered the area. I'm sure though. One of the things I think that they do. Yeah, I remember that they do this. Once you get that backpack and learn about the survival caches, what they do is they ask you to not just come back to the base camp here, but they ask you to return all the way to the puzzle where we climbed up that elevator. Remember the lift? They ask you to go all the way back there. And I'm actually going to do that because I can just cut. Magic of watching a series on YouTube, guys. Aren't you all lucky? So I'll see you in a second. Well, it's more the trip back, I guess. I end up cutting. There you go. You watch the whole thing. See, they do this. You cannot get this on your first time through. I'm pretty sure. Either that or I'm a complete idiot that's messed that up twice in a row now. All right, and for the 3rd time now, I think it is, we're back. We're back in this area, and now, as you'll see, what they've done is they've set up this ladder here, which wasn't here before. And with this ladder, we can climb up and go to the left of the door to try and get this next cable and try and bust it open a bit more. I mean, that's a really well-sealed door. If that huge, the weight of a truck falling off of a cliff, having been pushed down by a laden minecart, still wasn't enough. And yeah, there you go. So you'll see that the strongbox is here. We're starting to get bolt-action rifle. The bolt-action rifle is the default version of the Golden Fang. The DLC rifle I said is my favorite weapon in the game. So I'm pretty excited about getting that. It's at that point, I think, that the rifle becomes a cooler weapon to me than the pistols. But hey. All right, hold on before we go any further. The map's just been revealed. All secrets have been shown. We have a coin cache back at the area we were at earlier. Sadly, that's going to be a bit of a pain to get. Otherwise, though... Wow, no, hold on. We've got everything except that one coin cache. Hold the phone. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it because I think we can get to it. And then we're done on our first time through. Yeah! Here we go. Right back here in this corner, sort of actually where we dropped down, is the last cache. Nice. I can breathe a sigh of relief. It'd be nice if we could have just got those first time through, but maybe it is me just missing them. Who knows? Now all we have to do is get back and not die. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, and here we go. Let's do it. Let's get this door open, shall we? Since we all know... And look at this. It's a jump bucket. And apparently we'll connect a rope to it later. Well, keep attention on that. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Already? Almost. Almost. I mean, to be honest with you. All right, we got to get going. We got to get going. Go, 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 Lara. Lara. Please climb off as quickly as possible. I don't like these sections at all. Come on. What we've done there, by the way, is obviously enough to get that door open. It's got rid of the thing barring it by far enough. Right? Well, we'll see. Okay, so we want to connect this to something, presumably. Here we can get some resources. Very nice. Not a major pickup there. Okay, all right. Let's connect... Can we push this? We want to push it down the rail? Yeah, I think we want to push it, then get it to the bucket, then swing the bucket. There is always an answer. The environment provides. There we go. Lara. Thank you. And now let's spin it. I mean, if you think about this, right? There's no, like, hydraulics going on here. There's no crazy machinery. We're literally just spinning a cog here. And we're going to fill it with water. Hold on. That's it. Nice and full. Yeah! More destruction! Go, Lara! Oh my god. Run. Don't you dare mess about on here. All you got to do is get to the end of that and then we'll be fine. All you got to do is jump, 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 jump. No, 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 no. Dear God. It's like they really don't want me getting through this door. We have just accomplished what the Soviets never managed to. Jump! Yes! Oh. Oh, what? No! Oh, no! It crashed. Oh, my God. Oh, please. Oh, when did it last save? Well... Amazing. It crashed, guys. The game crashed. I cannot say that this is the first time that Rise of the Tomb Raider has managed to crash on me, but straight crash to desktop. Oh, it's okay. We're in the same cutscene. Wow. Good job. Oh, and we get the credits thing. Great. Well, that's not too bad, I guess. You crash, but you also save at the perfect moment before. Fine.
This statue must be the immortal prophet.
Damn, he looks good. Lara straight up calls him immortal there.
It shows the exodus of his people from the deserts of Syria. They settled in a hidden valley and built a great city. Katash. To protect the city and its people, the prophet raised an army of warriors. But what is this showing? It's not the divine source they're holding. Something else, but what? And his warriors forged for him an atlas, that the prophet might always know his city and its secrets. A map of the city. It could show the way to the divine source.
Oh yeah. Alright, so yes, this is where the game introduces the idea of an atlas. So we're not just looking for the divine source now, we're going to be looking for an atlas. And if we actually look at this image, it's more telling than you might think of what the atlas is or what it does. My first instinct when I first played this game, and I'll tell you what it was this. That this thing had been sent down from the heavens. That's what these lights are, like coming down from the heavens. And that's what I thought it meant. And I guess as we continue to play, we'll see what my original thought of what this represents will be. But so yeah, and we get a huge statue of the prophet. Doesn't this feel like Tomb Raider Legends when you're in London and you get to the bottom? Come on, it totally does. And we found out about, you know, all the Arthurian legend and mythology. Check it out here. Now, as you already know, we don't have anything major to get here. There's no massive pickups. And in fact, I don't really remember how you get back in here if you don't do it the first time. Maybe there's a way back. Maybe. I just don't think I ever really tried it. But there are a couple of little things. Where that crate of salvage came from, I hesitate to wonder, but yes. So we got that. All right, and let's just try and get out. I don't know why the game crashed as I came in. Maybe it was just a little bit too much for it. Because it is a damn good looking place, and especially this small corridor we're about to go through.
It's a wonder this place is still standing.
Oh! Careful, Lara. Careful.
Even damaged, the artistry is stunning.
It is, actually. I feel like we should have walked a little bit slower here. Oh. Got some horrible, oily looking, murky water. And we've got to go for a bit of a swim. Ready? 3, because of course, and here's the thing, this is like the Lost Season 2 style thing. We just did all this effort, not just to bust open that door, but before then going into the mine to find where the mine broke into the city and blah, blah, blah. We did a lot of effort to get in here, right? Just like they spent a lot of effort to get into the hatch and Lost. And now the devs have to kind of sneakily throw another way out, right? Or, as is actually the case, another way in. So here we go. All right, let's just try and swim as fast as possible. I hope I don't drown. Be careful, Lara. Get up, surface. There we go. Very nice. Careful. And again, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I remember when I was growing up, there was an old advert on the TV for joining the army, and it featured a bunch of people in training going through a situation like this. And it was like, be the best. Oh, I knew only the best. And I remember thinking, how can that ever encourage someone to join the army? That looks fucking terrifying. That looks like the scariest thing ever. And of course, you know, it was just a completely different perspective to what most people would think. And here we go, here's the exit. And who would protect such an exit? Where would it be safest to be? Well, perhaps we now find ourselves, my friends, on the other side of the mountain. And it's pretty awesome here. We're in a place called the Geothermal Valley. I wonder if it already shows that. It does. We're at the geothermal valley. Kind of funny, the previous game had a geothermal area too, the geothermal caverns where we were thrown, and many men were thrown by Matthias to break them, and we landed in a pool of blood, if you remember. But yeah, there you go. That's the abandoned mines done, 100% complete. And now the geothermal valley, if you have a look at the region summary, it's very much like the Soviet installation, and that has a ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Again, another huge area. But we don't really have to worry too much because you need a lot of stuff to be able to clear this one. A lot of stuff. So we can just kind of have fun. There we go. I'm sure they would love to see us, right? Right?
Stop right there!
It's you!
Easy. Easy. You know I'm not with Trinity.
Why should we believe you?
I escaped with one of yours. A man named Jacob.
Where is he now?
We were together, but we got separated in the mines.
She killed him!
No! No!
Jacob would never trust an outsider.
Please, listen, I am not your enemy.
I warned you. You should have left.
Sophia! Enough!
Father!
Father? You're his daughter?
I thought I lost you.
I'm glad you made it out of there. Forgive Sophia, she is cautious.
In her position, I'd be the same way.
What did you find out?
Trinity is coming in force. We must prepare.
Her?
She's a friend. On my word, no harm will come to her.
These ruins. They must be near the Prophet's lost city.
Come. We do not have much time. Prepare the weapon stores. Secure the battlements. Go! Now! They're almost here. But we're outnumbered.
The children and elders are vulnerable.
Go. Get them into the catacombs. Light the fires. The valley must be alerted.
Incredible.
Oh, damn. I love the way they say children and elders there, by the way.
Sophia, muster our fighters. Then meet me in the upper village.
Don't disappear again, Father.
There's much to do. If we had more time.
Later. For now, I'll do what I can to help.
Well, that, I think, is probably a good place to end it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Next time, we will help these guys, these primitives, defend themselves from Trinity, from helicopters, and from, you know, modern-day militarists. And also, what I'm going to do is do a bit of a bonus video as well, which you can choose to watch if you like or not, where before we continue the story, I'm actually going to go back. We're now at a point where we can get like 95% done in the Soviet installation. There's a tiny little area of the Soviet installation we won't be able to do for a while, but we can get most of it now. Now that we've got the combat knife, we can do all the flags and we can do a variety of things. So I think we'll do that. And also, you might have forgotten already, but way back when we had the Siberian wilderness, which also has a few little extra things for us to pick up and do. So that's what I think I'll do. I'll put us to a point where we're 100% everywhere. It'll be a little bonus video for us to watch if you just enjoy the collectathon-ing and whatever. And next time when we come back, we'll be 100% complete for the game so far, ready to take on the geothermal valley and the plot beyond. So thanks, guys. Hope you're enjoying. Have a great evening. I'm going to go cry a little bit more about the referendum that just happened. And until then, I'll see you next time.